Installing a water loop. This procedure should only be performed by a trained technician. Open the box and remove the protective covers from the water loop. Remove the foam cover from the water loop. Remove the plastic cover from the water loop. Unfasten 6 T20 screws from the water loop while it is still in the box. Make sure the handle on the carrier is in the closed position. Align the processor on the new carrier so that the triangular marks align, and then insert the marked end of the processor into the carrier. Hold the inserted end of the processor in place, and then push the unmarked end of the carrier down and away from the processor. Press the processor and secure the sides under the clips on the carrier. Use a syringe to apply 4 uniformly spaced dots of thermal grease to the top of the processor. Each dot should contain about 0.1 milliliter of thermal grease. Install the processor on the water loop while it is still in the box. Push the anti-tilt wire bales outwards to the unlocked position, making sure to hold the touch points marked in gray. Remove the water loop from the box. Check the gap pads on the water loop and replace any that are damaged or detached. Install the water loop in the node on the right when seen from the front of the tray. Carefully hold the water loop with both hands and turn it over. Carefully align the water loop with the 3 guide pins in the right side node, and then gently lower it down until it is seated firmly on the system board. Make sure the guide pin near the Quick Connect slot is properly installed. When properly installed, the guide pin should be inserted through the guide hole and be visible. When installed incorrectly, the guide pin will not be visible and the water loop will appear to float slightly above the tray. If the guide pin is not properly installed, press down the water loop. The guide pin should be inserted into the guide hole. If you are installing a new water loop, unfasten 6 T20 screws from the water loop. Install the processors on the other side of the water loop. Unfasten the captive thumb screws at each end of the water loop carrier. Check the gap pads on the water loop and replace any that are damaged or detached. Unfold and install the other side of the water loop as shown. If you are installing a new water loop, remove the support plate from the water loop. Inspect the space beneath the screw hole and locate the 2 water tubes. There should be a metal clip on the top tube, but the bottom tube should not contact this clip. If necessary, adjust the bottom tube until it is clear of the metal clip. Keeping the bottom tube clear of the metal clip on the top tube, fasten the screw through the screw hole on the shipping bracket to secure the mixing chamber to the tray. Push the anti-tilt wire bales outwards to the locked position. There are 8 anti-tilt wire bales per node, a total of 16 anti-tilt wire bales per tray. Fully fasten all the Torex T30 captive screws on the cold plates following the installation sequence shown on the cold plate label. Unfasten the water loop carrier screws. There are a total of 28 Phillips number 2 screws across the 2 nodes. Carefully lift the water loop carrier up and away from the water loop. If you are installing a new water loop, remove the EPE foam from the water loop. Install the water loop screws with a torque screwdriver set to the proper torque. Fasten the 2 screws on the mixing chamber on the node B. Fasten the 4 screws to secure the quick connect. Fasten the 2 T10 screws to install the VR cover to the water loop. Install the front and the rear cross braces, and then fasten the Phillips No. 1 screws to secure them. Install the tray cover.